Okay, we're live. Hi, and welcome to Customizing Boston Logic. This is today's training. This training is for Boston Logic or Property Base. If you are a layer agent, Boston Logic is part of the $39 a month bundle, which includes Real Scout, Exact Contact, and Boston Logic. Today, we are going to be covering how to customize your Boston Logic website. We're only going to be covering the customization part of Boston Logic. Boston Logic does have a CRM system. I won't be going over that today, mainly just the customization, just because we only have 1 hour to go over, and that would take more than 1 hour. Now, if you're new to Layer, to learn more about our $39 a month bundle, go to our website here at layeragentservices.com. Scroll down to our technology tools section, and we have our Layer Tech bundle. You can learn more about Boston Logic by clicking on Boston Logic. We'll give you some examples of sites that other agents have, as well as some training for working on your Boston Logic website. If you want to sign up for our Layer Tech bundle, just click on this button, sign up for Layer Tech bundle, and fill out the form in the bottom, and we'll get you started. Now, keep in mind, this also includes Exact Contact and Real Scout, both a CRM system and a property alert system as well. Okay, so let's get started. Again, Boston Logic is the name, but we might sometimes say Property Base. Property Base is sort of the real name. This company has sort of been bought and sold by several companies. Right now, it's owned by the company that is Lone Wolf, right? So I think they also own Cloud CMA. But anyway, let's get started. To sign in, so this is after you have signed up for our bundle. We will send you instructions on how to sign into your site. We'll also send you your website URL, right? Now, if you do have your own domain, right, we can connect that for you as part of the onboarding process. If you don't, you'll get something like, yourname.layerrealty.com. That will be your URL. So the main thing you want to do is go there to log in. Now, you'll notice that our layerrealty.com website is also built on Boston Logic. It also has this login button here. This is for your profile on layerrealty.com. But your sign in for your own site, right? I'm going to go to this agent's example site, will be something like yourname.layerrealty.com or whatever your domain name that you gave us will be, right? And that's where you would click in, log in, which will take you to the back end of Boston Logic or Property Base, which looks just like this. Like I said, there is a whole CRM system, right? You can click on this link and it will send you to this help center where you can learn more about that. But today we're mainly going to be covering how to customize your Property Base website or your Boston Logic website. The two major locations where you will find settings to customize your website are under website here. So you would click this, and then we will be working with these links here, both components and the website builder. The website builder is also accessible by clicking on your profile image and then clicking on settings and then website builder. This will also bring you to the website builder. So those are two ways. They both go to the same place. And here's where you can do a lot of customization to your site. Okay, so we can get started. Now, The standard layout of your Boston Logic page looks just like this. You might have a different picture, but we have a menu bar, a header, right? And then a primary navigation menu here. We have your profile image and then a quick search, as well as a hero image, which is this large image back here. And then if we scroll down, we have these links, and these are called homepage callouts. So that's sort of the standard simple site, but you can definitely customize this more, add more elements to your homepage. You can also customize all of the links up here. So let's get started. Like I said, if you click on a website, it'll bring you to this page here. And the first thing we are going to customize are these homepage hero images. So I went to I went to components, homepage hero. It brings me to this section here. And you'll notice that it only has one image. Now you might have more than one. This is a very simple bare bones profile, but we can add more, or we can change the images by clicking on edit. We can change the image by clicking on this camera and uploading a new image. We can also add different things to this image, as we can have it link to a different page on your website. We can have it linked to an external path. So if you want this link to go to your Facebook profile, anything like that, we can just copy and paste that path in here. And then we have image descriptions down here. We also have the ability to upload a video, and I'll show you how to do that now. First, we can start with an image. You'll see, if you read the small text here, it'll say what the optimal photo size is for your hero image. I am going to create a Canva document, and you'll hear us talk about Canva a lot here at Layer. We work extensively with Canva. You don't have to use Canva. You can use a different image editor and crop an existing image, but I like using Canva because we have access to tons of stock photography, and we're able to create the exact dimensions they want for these hero images. So let me close some of these so we can work directly here. All right, so they want an optimum photo size of 1920 by 1080 pixels. So that's width and height. So let's create that. So custom size with 1920 by 1080 pixels, create a new design. And now we have our template. I'm going to rename this as homepage hero image template. Now this will come in handy later if you want to update these images on your sites. If you want more seasonal images, we have this document where you can always go back to this. You can always add a new page. You have sort of a master template document of all of the images that we have on your homepage hero page. Okay, so let's create a new one. On this left-hand side, I'm going to click on photos. This will bring me to these stock images, which I can do a search in. So I'll do a home exterior and see what comes up. Now this is Canva Pro, so I have access to all of the Canva Pro features, which include stock images. If you have the free version of Canva, you can still use these images, but if you see a crown, those are just Pro images. I believe there is a filter where you can choose just the free ones, but you'll notice that the options are a little more limited. I'm going to stick with all of them, and then I'm going to add this picture. Clicking on the picture will just add it to your canvas here, and then I can right click and set the image as background. Now this will expand the image to fit within this frame, this 1920 by 1080 frame. I can then double click to adjust the image within the frame, and I'm ready to go. Now I can add another image by clicking on duplicate page and then choosing something else. So let's say I want a kitchen interior shot. Let's find something good. Something like this. I can just click and drag over. And since we already set this image as our background, whenever we hover over the image, it'll just snap into place. Again, I'll double click to adjust the image within the frame and then click done. And let's do one more image. We'll do a living room. I can click, drag over, and there's our living room. I'll adjust this frame so we can see the fan. And there we are. Now, I mentioned that you can do videos in your Homepage Hero. There are some restrictions to how long the video is and how big in terms of file size your video is. And they have it written out here. So the video is going to be MP4. You don't have to worry about that with Canva because that's how it exports a video at H.264 as an MP4. What you do need to look out for is how long your video is. It has to be less than 21 seconds. And more importantly, how big the file size is for your video. They have an 8 megabyte limit for your video. Now, there isn't a resolution restriction, but most of the time you're going to be downloading as a 1080p or 720p video. So Canva already has videos available. If you go to this left-hand side, instead of photos, you click on videos, and we can do a search for, I don't know, home interior. Find something like this. I click and drag over. I'll set this as video background. We'll hit play. I think that looks good. Now, when I click on the video, you'll see that it's 8.6 seconds long, which is fine. It's less than those 21 seconds. Okay, so now we have our 2 images in one video, and we're ready to upload to Boston Logic. I'm going to download the images separately from the video, just because sometimes you do need to go in and adjust the video to make it fit within the file size. So first, I will download the images by clicking on Share, click on Download. Where it says select pages, we are just going to select these first 2 pages. And then under file type, we are going to choose JPEG and then download. So we're going to let it download. It's going to download as a zip file. You find it here. And here are our images. So let's upload the images first. We'll go back to our Boston Logic site, click on the camera, and then navigate to our images. So I'll navigate to my first image here, click update. Now I updated that first picture, but I can add more pictures by clicking on create. Now this will make a new image. We'll click the camera again to upload our other image here and then create. So now we have 2. And finally, let's do the video. So let's go back to Canva. We will click share, download, and instead of those first 2 pages, we're going to select this last page, which includes our video. And then we want to do MP4, high quality. Let's keep it at 1080. for now, and we'll see if it fits within that file size. Videos take a little longer to download. You'll notice this progress bar. Make sure that you stay on this page until the progress bar hits the end, just to make sure that you're actually downloading the full video. While this downloads, let me know if you have any questions. This is a live class. You can always email us at happyagent@lairrealty.com if you are watching this after the fact. There it is. So let's check our downloads folder. On a Mac, I can hit Command I to see how big it is. So 4.4 megabytes, that fits within our 8 megabyte limit. So we don't have to do anything to it. If it is over 8 megabytes, you will have to make the video shorter. So you can do this by clicking on the video, clicking on the scissors, and you can cut it down to something shorter. Or you can hit share, download, and instead of downloading it at 1080p, you can click it down one notch to 720p. 720p will still look good. Anything lower than that might look a little blurry, but 720 is fine. You almost never would do 4K just because of the file size itself. So let's go back and create a new homepage hero component. Click on the camera and navigate to our video. There it is. And actually, I did this wrong. I have to click on browse here under video. So not on the camera. We're going to click on browse for video. And there it is. We'll click on create. It's going to process. And there we are. Now we have our our 2 images in one video. I can review my site by clicking on profile. I can click on view site, but if I hold down Control on Windows or Command on Mac, it will open up a new tab, which I can then go back and forth and update. That way you're not trying to log in to your page. You can kind of flip between the 2 tabs. So I will refresh this page and you'll notice that we already have our new image. I can click and flip through the new image. You'll see our video also shows up. And there we are. So it looks pretty good. Now, you can add as many images. I'm not sure what the real limit is for images. You don't want to add too much because it does increase your site load. If you have a lot of images uploaded, it'll make your site take longer to load. So you want to stick to 4 or 5 at most. And for videos, more than 2 is too much. So 1 or 2 videos should be enough. You'll notice that they have some buttons here. Now, you can change the order of these. So if you want the video to show up first, you can click on this gray button here, drag it up, and we'll have the video go first. There is an active checkbox. So if you uploaded some images that are seasonal, right? So if you had a bunch of winter images, when spring comes around, you can uncheck it to deactivate it. It won't show up on your site, but then when winter comes back around, you can check it again. And that way you don't have to go look for the images. You can just activate them or deactivate them. And this is immediate, right? So if I uncheck this video here, you'll notice there's no update button or save button. As long as this is unchecked, I can go back to my website here, hit refresh, and you'll notice that it only shows the images, but not the video. I'll check this again so it shows the video, hit refresh, and immediately you'll notice that we have our video showing. Okay, very good. So that is how you update your your homepage hero images. Let's keep moving. So the second part is our homepage callouts. We'll click on website again. It brings you back to this section and click on components. Now our homepage heroes, again, we clicked on components, homepage hero, that's how we got there. To get to our homepage callouts, we just go down one section to homepage callouts. You'll notice that it's basically the same, right? We have our images, they're active or not. If we look on our website, these images correspond to these here. And these, you can use them in different ways, right? So this is a link to the blog. If you click this, it will go to the posts for your blog. I have an example here for a home buying seminar, which just leads you to this page for buying. So you can have this link to any part of your website, any page of your website, but you can also have it link to market research, which is a built-in component of your website. So this is market research for New Hampshire. This is all updated automatically. This one goes to investor specials, which is a saved search, right? So you can do a search through your site, have it save, and then it'll show these results, right? So you can save that saved search, right? You can save it into a page and then have that be the link that goes here. You can also have these link out to external sites. So let me show you something one real estate agent did, and they have a Boston Logic site, which looks just like this. Again, they went in and customized all of this. They have nice pictures. They have a whole section here for their bio. I'll show you how you can do that. But instead of having those homepage callouts, right, they named this section Property Video Showcase. They have uploaded videos of their listings here, and they added these callouts where if you click on these, it goes to this person's YouTube page and you can watch the video. So this is a creative way of using these homepage callouts. You don't have to use it that way, but you can link to external sites. So if you have an event coming up, you can make that link go to the event page for signing up on Eventbrite, or anything like that. Like the homepage hero images, you can activate or deactivate them. And again, if you click on this edit button, you're able to upload a new image. You can change the heading, and this is where you can choose where this link goes. Right now, it says blog, Sequoia, I think it's the type of blog, but you can have it go there. You can have it go to different sections within your site, and it will all show up here. I'm running on sort of the company's site, so there's tons and tons of pages. There'll be less pages on your end, but you do have to go through them and choose the page that you want, or you can just choose a direct path so you can copy and paste. So, you know, if you are linking externally, or even internally, if you find it easier just to grab just part of it. So if you want to go to this about us page, you can just copy this link and paste it there. This will take precedence over anything that's up here, right? If it's filled out. You can also choose to have this open in a new tab. This comes in handy if you're going to do something like that other agent did with the videos, where it will open up a new tab in YouTube, and then they can watch the YouTube video. They can close that tab and it will bring back the person to your home page. You can add more than these 4 homepage callouts by clicking on create. And just like the other section, we're going to look at what they want in terms of dimensions. So it has to be at least 300 pixels. So let's make a template in Canva for your homepage callouts. Again, I'll do a custom size. They said they want 300, so we'll do 300 by 300. Click on Create Design. You're not limited to images. You can use elements in Canva. So you can do something like open house, right? So click on See All. I can choose an open house icon that I like here. Something like this. I'll expand it to fit within here. Remember that it's mostly going to be a circle, although you can change it to squares. So make sure that it fits within this circle. So I'll make it a little smaller and centered. And then I can then share this. Again, before I share, I'm going to save this. You always want to name your files in Canva. I'm going to save this as homepage callouts template. I like to include the file dimensions in my file names, 300 by 300. It just makes it easier for me to tell them apart. Click on share, download. We're going to download this. You can use JPEG or PNG. PNG, you can actually download these as transparent images. Let's see what happens if I do that. I'll click on download. And we have downloaded our image. Let's go back to our homepage callouts. We're going to upload a new image. There it is. We're going to change the heading for this. We'll do open houses. Let's see if we can find an open house save search here. If not, we can do something else. I don't think I see anything yet. That's fine. I'll just do a random link page. Okay, click on create. And you'll notice that we have 5 active homepage callouts. I'm going to uncheck one of these. And let's check our website again. There it is. You notice that this open house section now has an icon. It's a good idea to style these all the same. It looks a little jarring to see like full pictures and then one more illustration. If you're going to do all illustration, you can do that as well. But this is just an example to show you that you don't have to use images or photographs. You can use other things like icons or basically anything you want, as long as it's an image that you can upload. Okay, so those are the homepage callouts. I went to website, components, homepage callouts. So far we have just customized the images on our hero images and our homepage callouts. But how do you actually change or fully customize your homepage? This is where the website builder comes into play. So I went to website and then I clicked on website builder. This is where you can do the majority of your customization, including things like branding, your general layouts, and most importantly, the page designer. So I'll go over branding very quickly. Branding is your colors, the typography that you're using. So I used my layer colors here, but you can change these to anything else. We have our accent color, tertiary colors, primary colors. Our typography, both for the title and for your just regular paragraph. You can choose any of these. I have tons of fonts available because they use Google Fonts. All right, so you can choose any of these. You can change the size of your navigation size, etc. I'll leave this as is. When you make changes, unlike the homepage callouts or the homepage hero images, you do need to click on Save Changes. So I can change this to another color, click on Save Changes, and wait for it to process. You'll notice a message here that says that your changes have been saved successfully. It will bring you back to the configuration or to the regular settings page here. You do need to go back to the website builder if you want to keep going on with customizing your site through the website builder. So I'm back here. The next section is called Theme Presets. You mainly don't need to change any of this, but these are just different presets for different themes that are available. You can do it this way, or you can go to your global layout where you have much more options for your theme. You'll notice that our header has a very particular style where we have the logo and the name of the agent. You can change any of these layouts by just clicking through different layouts that are available, right? The classic transparent. I'll stick with the classic. And then you have some options like hide agent name in header, right? So if you don't want the agent name to show up here, you just want the logo, you can click on hide agent name in header. And then we have some other navigation options. This is just how the drop-down menu here will look, right? Right now we have a chevron icon. You can change this to a plus or minus icon when you have more than one option here. You can kind of go and play with these as you want. You can have it bold, you can have a color change instead, etc. We also can change the styling of the quick search, which is this section here, this quick search. You can have different types of buttons or icons, etc. And then page matters and buttons, and then the footer. So you can come in here and really heavily customize things, but you don't want to spend too much time doing this, right? Most of the time, you're just going to change a couple things like I just did. Click on Save Changes, let it process. Once it's done processing, you will receive a message up here that says that the changes have been successfully updated. And now if we refresh on our page, you'll notice that now we changed the name of the agent. That's gone. This looks a little different. We're having it bold so people can get a better idea of what they're selecting. And then this looks a little different, this quick search. So that is a global layout. Card options, you don't really mess with too much. This just shows you how these cards will display, right? So if you want something like this, classic, colorful, etc. But we'll leave these as is and go to the next section, which is the page designer. The page designer is where you can update or you can customize your homepage layouts. We'll click on homepage. And you'll notice that we have our optional elements and then enabled elements. Right now we have two enabled elements. One is the hero image and the other is the homepage callouts. If we go to our site, this section is the hero image section and then the homepage callouts. If we go back, you'll notice that there are tons of optional elements that you can add. In fact, the majority are on this left-hand side. So let's start adding some of these components and I'll show you what they look like. I'm going to add a quick search. I'm going to add area profiles and testimonials. That's it for now. I'll click Save Changes. Once the changes have been saved, I'll go back to my site and hit refresh, and you'll notice that it has changed. Now we have this quick search that shows up here, our featured areas, and testimonials. So right now, these are taken from our defaults, but I can show you where you can change these. You can also change the order of these elements, as well as a few options. So let's go back to our home page under Page Designer. If I look at this page, you'll notice that now we have two search bars. I like this search bar more because it has, we can specify the bedrooms and bathrooms, the price minimum, maximum. I think I like this more than this quick search. So I'm going to get rid of this quick search. I can do that by going to Hero Image Options, clicking on the gear, scroll down to Hide Quick Search. You can also change where the quick search appears on your site. We also have options for this agent profile box, which is this. I think I liked how the other agent did it, where we had more of a bio section. So I'm going to remove this box by clicking on Do Not Display Agent Profile Box, and that's it. There is a Save button. Make sure that we click on this and then save changes. We'll let it process, and once it has done processing, we can go back to our page and refresh. Okay, you'll notice that that box is gone. Both of the boxes are gone, and we have our quick search down here. I'm going to go back to our page design options under homepage and move the quick search up by clicking on this purple button. Again, you can change the order of any of these. So if you want the homepage callouts to be the first, the testimonials to be the first, you can just drag and drop. Hero images will always show up first. Another option I want to change under hero images is right now, when you go to the site, this image takes up most of the site, most of the screen real estate here, and the site visitor needs to scroll down to see the rest of your page. I can change the size of this main image by going to this option here that says visible under hero image. So I'm going to change this to 25%. That means and they sort of explain it to you here. That means the hero image will resize to ensure that 25 or 30%, but in my case, 25% of the content below is visible, right? So I'll click on save, click OK. It's going to process. And we'll go back and refresh. There we go. So now you'll notice that this image is actually smaller, and we can see our search. I think I want this to be a little bigger. 25 might have been too much, but you can kind of play around with this. We'll do 10%, save. And you'll notice that the order has changed, right? Our search is now right below our hero images. That looks better. There's more of it that you can see, but you can also see the search right underneath. I'm going to add the section for our agent profile. You can do this by clicking on add next to featured agents, and we'll move this up right under the quick search. And if we have any properties that you want to showcase, you can click on featured properties and it will add. And these properties are added automatically through the MLS. Let's hit save changes. And we'll go back here and refresh and see what it looks like. Might have to adjust this image just because the face is kind of cut off, but you'll notice that now we have a bio here, an about me and contact me button. And then we have featured properties. We have a listing here. If you have more listings, you'll see more listings show up. Right now, this agent only has one. The site visitor can always click on view all, which will bring them to this exclusive properties search, right? So this will show all of your listings. Okay, so that looks okay. I might actually get rid of this section just because we need to adjust this image. So you can remove elements by clicking on this red X, and this removes the element and brings it back to this section. You're going to experiment with all of these. We have market summaries, home valuation, CMS content. This is if you have a particular page that you want to display, blog feeds, etc. For now, we'll stick with these and hit save changes. So the next part we're going to go over is how to select these featured areas, right? How to display these testimonials, and then finally we'll go over these links up here, this primary navigation menu link, and how you can customize that. We're done here with our page designer. And let's go back to our website button. Now this part is a little tricky. The first part I'm going to go over is how to choose these featured areas. If you go to our pages section, right? So I clicked on website. When you click on website, it'll automatically bring you to pages, right? So right now we're under pages. To change these areas, you need to go to the page that is called areas. You can do a search for areas. There it is. Or most of the time you'll see it pop up here under areas, right? To modify this, you have to click on this edit button that's on the right hand side. Click on edit. We'll scroll down. Now this section here is for the area profiles page, which you can add content if you wish, but to add or to manage the area profiles, you have to scroll down past the CMS content to this section that says manage area profiles. We'll click on the plus. And now we have our area profiles for both, in this case, we have Massachusetts and New Hampshire. If you are a Florida agent, you will see Florida that shows up here. We'll click on the plus for Massachusetts, and then this is broken down by county. Now you can add the whole state of Massachusetts by clicking on this, and this will display on the home page. You can add a county. So if you work with a full county like Middlesex and also Worcester County, you can click on Middlesex and then add Worcester County as well if we scroll down. So you'll notice when I clicked on Middlesex, it popped up all of the towns and cities within these counties. So now we have Middlesex County and Worcester County, and these will both show up under areas. In fact, I'm going to click on update, and we can see it appear here if we hit refresh. Now you'll notice Middlesex and Worcester County show up. There is a limit to 6 featured areas, but you're able to click on view all, and this will show all of the areas that we have. But most of the time, you're just going to choose from these 6. I'm going to go back to areas, to this areas page, click on this edit button. This takes a little while to get used to, just to find exactly where the setting is. Again, you scroll down to manage area profiles. We'll click on Massachusetts. I'm going to uncheck Middlesex County. I'll uncheck Worcester as well. You'll notice that when I click on Middlesex County, it opens up and shows all of the towns, cities and towns in the Middlesex area. So let's say I don't work in Framingham as much anymore, but I want to add some of these other towns. So Sudbury, Wayland, right? We'll add these 2. All I did was just check the box that says homepage right next to it. You do need to scroll all the way back up and click on update to update your page. But once it has updated, I can go back to my home page, hit refresh, and you'll notice that now we have updated these with Sudbury and Wayland. This gristmill is technically in Marlborough, but we'll let it go. Okay, very good. That's how you update your areas. Now we can go to the testimonials. Testimonials are in a almost different place. So instead of clicking on the areas and clicking on edit, you go to components again, and then testimonials. Now, testimonials can both be inputted manually, or someone can leave you a testimonial on your website. In fact, if you go to your site, under testimonials, if you click on view all, or you can go to your site URL /testimonials. This will show up all of the testimonials, and the client can click on write a review, which will pop up this module here where you can leave a review. They can submit this. It won't show up automatically until you have it display on your site, right? This is important because sometimes you might get spam, right? Someone will fill up your testimonial with spam, and you don't want it to display automatically until you let it. We have one here that is not displayed right now. And so let's look at it. So we can click on edit. This is a pretty good testimonial. If we click on display an agent's testimonial, this will make your testimonial go live on your site, and we'll click on update. If I go back here, I can refresh, and you'll notice that we have this new one for Mary Lee. I can add new testimonials by clicking on create. You'll have to fill this in manually, right? So you put in the name of the person, the rating. It does ask you for a source. So you do need to put something in here. And then in the testimonials, you can just copy and paste. You know, if you had the client email you a testimonial, you can just copy and paste their testimonial. I recommend running it through something like Grammarly to fix any spelling mistakes or any grammar mistakes. And then when you're done, click on create, and you will create a new testimonial. We can help you out with any of these. You know, if you do have a testimonial that came in and if you would like us to add it to your site, you can let us know. We can help you out with that. But this is basically, we'll do this. We'll create a new testimonial on your site and do it this way. So I'm just showing you how you can do it yourself. Let's go back. You also notice that in this testimonial carousel, we have now our new one that is added. So it updates both here and it updates on this main testimonial page. Just like that. So that was under website, components, testimonials. Okay, let's keep going because we're kind of running out of time. We can cover this last section, which is our primary navigation links here, particularly this market research section. So these links up here, we can customize these by going to our components and then menus. So I went to website, components, menus, primary navigation. We'll click on this edit button. And here we have our primary navigation. You'll notice that these menu items match up to the menu items on your site. For example, we have search, which includes my listings, map search, advanced search. If we scroll to our menu items here, we have search, and then our sub menu items, right? My listings, map search, advanced search, and these are all linked to different pages in our site, on our site. We have about me, hire a lion, etc. You can add or remove any of these, right? So if you want to keep this order a free copy of this book thing, you can remove it. You can change the order. You can have it appear first. You can do any of this. Now the changes won't come through until you click on update for your site. If you, for example, delete something by accident, so let's say I deleted all of these by accident. If I hit update, it will remove all of this and you'll lose all of that. But you can always click on cancel. We'll go back to our primary navigation, click on edit, and you'll notice that nothing has changed. Everything is still here. So for example, if you delete this for some reason, you can always click on cancel and nothing will change. To add a new menu item, so we have now our market research. Let's say we want to add another market research area. I'll click on add submenu item and then put in a town. I think we had Sudbury before, so we'll add Sudbury. Under page, you can do a search for market insights. Again, my page has a ton of different pages, but we do have these shared market insights that have been already made for you. So we'll do a search for Sudbury. There it is, Sudbury, Massachusetts. Click on that. Market Insights, Sudbury, Massachusetts. And then we'll go back up and click on update. And now if we refresh our site, go to market research, we see Sudbury. Click here and it brings us to our market research Sudbury page, which, like I said, this is updated automatically. You don't have to update any of this. We have all this housing data, things on market, average price. We have properties here on a map. And if you do have property exclusives, they show up first. So if you have market research for a town where you do have listings, they will show up first. And then the client can then click on these listings and request a showing, request more information. So it's all connected and it's all part of the MLS. So you don't have to upload things directly. And that's it. I think I'm going to stop it here. Like I said, most of the options for updating your site are now contained within this website tab under components, and then of course the website builder. You do have other options under configuration. If you want to change the phone number, the company logo, you can change up here as well. Another section before I end this is the website translations. You'll notice that some sites have, I think they're down here, these flags where if you click on these, it'll do a Google Translate where it will translate these to through using Google, right? So now we have this in Spanish, right? You can add or remove any of these languages. So if you don't want any at all, you can click on the X to remove all of them, or you can add more by clicking add. So if I want Portuguese, we can add it here, and then we can change the order by clicking on the purple buttons here. You can change where they show up by clicking on any of these radio buttons. We have both to show both in the header and footer. So this is the header. It will show up here. Right now, I only have it set to show in the footer, which is down here. Or you can click on none if you just don't want to have them appear anywhere. Click on Save Settings. It will process. Hit refresh. And if we scroll down now, we have a Portuguese flag. And that's it. If you have any questions or if you need us to help you out, if you get stuck somewhere, you can always email us at happyagent@layerrealty.com, and we're glad to help you out. You don't want to spend too much time on this. You want to make sure that you have a nice landing page. You want to make sure you have a good bio. If you go to Layer Agent Services, scroll down back to our technology and tools, there is an agent bio generator. You just kind of fill out these few questions and it will generate a pretty well written bio. Obviously, you want to run through it and make sure that everything is correct, that the grammar is right. But you can use that as a bio just so you have something good that shows up when someone Googles your name. Most of the time, because our site does have some pretty good clout, this will be the first thing that you will see when you will Google your name, right? So you want to make sure it looks good. But also you don't want to spend a ton of time trying to manage something like this. Like if you know that you can't spend time or that you don't have the time to write a blog every month, for example, then just remove the blog off your page, because then you'll have a blog that has, the last update was like 3 years ago, and it doesn't look like you are updating things, right? So you can just remove that again by going to the homepage callouts and unchecking. You can always come back and add it more again if you get more time during the winter where you can write more. But all in all, you just want to make sure you have a good place for a good landing page for your brand. Okay, so that about does it. If you have any questions, you can email me at happyagent@layerrealty.com. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.